everybody, Sean from Movie Assault here, and this is an intro. This video is part of my series Second Chance Reviews, and this is just where I'm going to be taking a look at movies that I watched in the past and that I've reviewed in the past and compare what I thought back then to what I think now. There may be spoilers, so be prepared. Hey everybody, welcome to my second chance review of The Devil's Advocate, right here. This movie stars Keanu Reeves, Al Pacino, Charlize Theron, and Jeffrey Jones and Connie Nielsen. It was directed by Taylor Hackford, who has done such movies as An Officer and a Gentleman and Blood In, Blood Out, among other things. It was written by Andrew Niederman, based on his book, and the screenplay was by Jonathan Lemkin, who wrote Shooter and Red Planet, among other things, and Tony Gilroy, who's responsible for Michael Clayton, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, and Nightcrawler. So it's got a pretty amazing set of people working on it. It casts Keanu Reeves as Kevin Lomax, who is this up-and-coming Gainesville, Florida defense attorney who has never lost a case. And he's found just the most ridiculous ways, not ridiculous, but devious ways to get people off who have done some really awful and evil things. After winning a case against a child sex offender, Kevin is offered a chance to select a jury for a high-profile law firm in New York City. And that law firm is run by John Milton, who's played by Al Pacino. And so he goes to New York City. He does a great job with this jury selection. Then he's offered a job, a full-time job with this law firm. And John Milton offers him a luxury apartment, a super high salary, and the chance to work with all sorts of attractive women. So he accepts. He takes his new bride, Mary Ann, played by Charlize Theron, against the wishes of his highly religious mother. He moves from Gainesville, Florida to New York City, and he's put on this high-profile case involving a rich client played by Craig T. Nelson. And as he's working on these cases, his free time just seems to be eaten up by working on these cases. And his wife, who's left at home in this large apartment, has nothing really to do. She gets involved with the quote-unquote legal widows who live in the same apartment building she does, because none of their husbands ever see the light of day because they're working all the time. But soon she starts to notice something very strange about these legal widows. They sort of reveal their true nature. And she starts to really resent the move to New York and begins to tell this to Kevin Lomax, who thinks she's going crazy and kind of poo-poos it. But she sort of has an insight as to what's going on, and things get a little weird, especially if you're a big believer in the book of Revelation in the Bible. When I reviewed this movie back in 1998, I said that it was so damn stupid. And I said Keanu Reeves' performance was clueless. Charlize Theron was annoying. I said the movie could have been fun with a more intelligent script and better casting choices other than Pacino, who's really having a good time and is a lot of fun to watch. Rewatching it this year, obviously just today, in 2026, I had a totally different opinion of the movie. I thought the movie back in 1988 was supposed to be, I guess, more of like a dark comedy. It really isn't. It's full of some dark humor, especially from Al Pacino's performance, but it's actually more of a movie about temptation, greed, vanity, and the dangers of giving in to, devilish behaviors and whatnot. So it's a little more serious than I had initially thought. Yes, it's done with a wink and a smile. John Milton, the name, is also the name of John Milton, the author who wrote Paradise Lost, which of course is about the fall of man. And the law firm that Al Pacino's, the building that Al Pacino's law firm is headquartered in is called the Penta Plaza. Pentagram, maybe? I don't know. But even with that wink, wink, nudge, nudge stuff, it's really not that meant to be a comedy. I kind of missed the point. It's really more of a dark fantasy, dark thriller, almost bordering on a John Grisham novel meets a horror movie. It's a legal thriller. And, it's really not meant to be humorous per se. So that said, I didn't find Charlize Theron to be annoying. I did not find Keanu Reeves to be clueless. I actually thought they were both pretty good in their roles. When taken in the right context, the dialogue doesn't seem as kitschy as I thought it was the first time around. I still found it kind of amusing, though, that Kevin Lomax's character can't figure out who John Milton really is until later in the film, but I guess it wouldn't be much of a movie if he did. So there was and also a lot of time had passed since I saw it last. I haven't watched this movie since 1998, and so because I had forgotten quite a bit about it, the movie still had some surprises in store for me, so I kind of appreciated that. So is it a great movie given a second chance? No, but it's definitely much more entertaining than I originally thought, and I'm upping my review from a 2 out of 10 that I gave it back in 1998 to a 7 out of 10 in 2026. I've seen much, much worse. Well, that's the end of my review. That's the end of the Second Chance series for February. Let me know if you like the series. It didn't quite come off the way I wanted it to. We'll see if I revisit it in the future at all. But overall, I enjoyed watching these movies that I really did not like back in the day, and my opinion changed on 3 of them, so that's not too bad. So as always, I appreciate your attention span. Thank you for making it to the end of the video, and as always, stay tuned for more videos coming up soon. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.